I'm Nathan. I play in the band Tera Melos, and right now I'm blowing it up on Capital Chaos.
Blowing it up.
So, which one of you is Kang and which one of you is Kodos?
Good question.
That's a good question.
Well, it seems like Kodos is more of the sub in their relationship, maybe? Or
so.
he maybe takes on, not necessarily the sub, but he takes on, well, that's the thing is, I don't know, one of them is a she, I believe.
Yeah, I think Kodos talks more because you hear that name more.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Man, for being really big Simpsons fans, that first question already really threw us off.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's probably actually the best interview question we've ever been asked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, where are we supposed to be looking at? You or at that?
Oh, look at the camera.
Look at the camera.
Okay.
We should be looking at the millions,
Yeah.
hundreds and billions of...
To answer that question, I think at some point in the band, each one of us takes on each one of those roles.
Yeah.
And each one is just as wonderful as the other.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
There's no superior of the two.
No,
No.
it's pretty equal.
And let's see here now. You have a new record, Pantagonian Rats.
Patagonian, yeah.
Patagonian Rats.
Oh wow. There's no end.
Nothing to do with pants.
I looked at the
Patagonia.
word and there was no end there, and I still said Pantagonian.
Yeah.
Your new album is coming out,
It's out.
Yep.
Came out September 7th on Sargent House.
and there's gifts that come with different variations of the release. Is that correct?
That's true, yeah. Depending on what version of it you decided to order. I mean, to think of it as gifts is like extra stuff thrown in that you weren't even really expecting, and I don't think there's really any of that. It's
No,
like,
but at the
it's all
same
stuff that you
time-
bought. It's like getting a gift for yourself, I guess.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think people have expressed that it does have that kind of feel to it, though.
Yeah.
Is there's like a, I'm sure there's not bobbleheads, but is there like, yesterday we talked to Hamilton, Paige Hamilton from Helmet, and his album, comes with a USB flash drive.
Oh, wow.
With like 6 live shows on it.
That's pretty cool.
And then
That's
there's
awesome.
a backstage pass thing, and I'm
The
assuming you
contest,
guys
golden
are.
ticket
Ours doesn't
kinda
have
thing.
anything that cool.
No.
Oh,
It's I mean, it's still cool stuff, but it's like that seems like really cool junk that old Paige threw in there.
yeah. It's stuff that you can't download, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess that was kind of some of the incentive with this, but also just I guess it's just a little more fun and get stuff like that, stickers and
Yeah.
shirts.
Stickers, magnets. There's a couple different kinds of shirts. The vinyl has extra songs on it. Yeah. So you can kind of like choose your own, I guess, musical adventure with it.
You know how much vinyl is going to be pressed? Is it limited or?
It's not. I think they will continue to do it unless it sells really shitty.
Okay. And it's not expected to do because each album you guys have put out has done better than the other one. There's
Well, this is
progression
like
of sorts.
it definitely is. But this is the first one that we've like really put out with a label behind us. They've re-released older stuff, but
Okay.
but this is like I think this will do better than the other ones just because it has the push behind it, you know.
And K-pop and J-pop, what is that all about, or anything?
I don't know what K-pop is. I actually saw that the other day. Do you know?
I think it's Korean pop.
Korean pop. Okay. Well, J-pop is, I know it's Japanese pop, and I think that's kind of like it's a little bit of a joke because we do really well in Japan. And we've been over there once. We're going over there again in about a month. So
Big fans of Japan.
yeah. It's like it's kind of one of those things where a lot of bands feel like they're appreciated over there. Like, oh, we're big in Japan or whatever. So
Right.
I mean, I personally didn't change it. I don't know if you changed it.
No, that wasn't.
But,
that wasn't either of us.
But that's just what I get out of it. Is it's just kind of a funny
little
play on how we do much better there than we do here.
Last night we saw Willhaven, and apparently they're big in England.
Willhaven is they were like one of my favorite local bands.
Okay.
They were one of the. I saw Deftones and Willhaven at one of it was one of my earliest shows, and I thought Willhaven was awesome. I hear they're playing with Grady again, and that was always something that
Grady last night.
Yeah, I mean Jeff Dorowski's a great friend, but I think Grady on vocals adds a special touch too. You actually saw that funny picture of me. I'm wearing a Willhaven shirt.
It's true. We dug up some old photos of Nate from the archives the other day.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
Willhaven represented.
Yeah.
Nice. Sacktown in the house.
Yeah.
Sure. And obviously Rigel 7 is most likely Simpsons.
Right.
That's correct.
Right.
Rigel 7 versus Roseville, or not so much anymore.
Right.
Because you're not all from there, but you were at one point or something like that.
Well, Nick was the only one that's ever really lived in Roseville, and everybody else lived in just the surrounding Sac areas when we were all local. And then basically, we started recruiting dudes from other places once other guys took off. So that's kind of the way it is.
And now the Patagonia Desert is the 7th largest desert in the world, according to Wikipedia, which
Really?
is open to people fucking with and changing facts and stuff.
Right.
But is that where the name comes from, or do you know? Or
I wish we had a good story of where the name comes from. Honestly, Nick just liked the name Patagonia, for the record. I wanted the title of it to have something to do with rats, so we just kind of compromised. I don't think there's any such thing as a Patagonian rat, and we could make up spins on it, well, they're the lowest of the low or something like that, but
Words that everyone liked together. But it's funny you mentioned Wikipedia, because we've had some Wikipedia drama over the past couple of weeks. So our band Wikipedia page was deleted because it was deemed that it didn't state why we were important. So some moderator went through and deleted it, and a bunch of our fans kept trying to put it back up, and it kept getting shut down again. So we had to have somebody tweak it a little bit, put it back up, trying to say why we were important, but apparently it wasn't sourced well enough, so it's still, I think it's still in jeopardy right now.
Yeah.
a couple of months ago, we interviewed a band called the Polar Bear Club, and I do my research for interviews and so forth, and there was with their guitar player, there was somehow of an Barack Obama link somehow.
Huh.
And of course they said, no, that's not true. Somebody went on Wikipedia and,
little vandalism.
Right, there we go, vandalism. Factalism or fact. So how do you feel about politics and music?
I mean, well, when I think of politics and music, I think the band that handles that the best is Fugazi. I always tend to think about Fugazi, and the politics seemed like they were more personal and internalized within that band, and that's kind of, I think that's a good route to take if that's what you want to do. I think with a lot of political bands, they get bogged down in that being the one thing that they're about, and I guess I don't really ever want our band to be about one thing. And we're all pretty similar guys, and I'm sure we have a lot of the similar opinions and thoughts on things, but there's other things outside of politics that we certainly don't agree on, and we don't bring that all into wrestle about. But I don't know. Anything to add?
No, that was a good call with Fugazi. And I remember seeing an interview where they talked about, they kind of expressed their politics through their actions more, through benefit shows or different things like that, and the whole thing of speaking with your actions, not your words. And so
For sure.
That's something I admire.
This is your second time in Japan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This time you go with Mike Watt.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got about half of our shows over there.
And Light.
Light.
And Light.
Light is a Japanese band, yeah.
Good buddies of ours.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to play with both bands here in Sacramento, and that was a treat because Light had us over there before, and it was just, you know, they took really good care of us. So it was
Yeah.
fun for the brief amount of time that we have to just be like, this is, you know, sort of our stomping grounds, even though none of us are officially in Sacramento, but, you know, it's close
It's
enough.
expensive in Japan, no?
That's what everybody says.
But
I think it's
really-
expensive to like live. It's not as expensive just to like eat and kind of get by. So.
Yeah, it seems like they pay a lot for entertainment, but I think that they value entertainment more than we do over here. So I think that kind of makes sense. But in just general, like you're going to the, you know, Circle K or whatever, it all seemed really comparable.
Hello, human scum! This is Odorous Shurungus commanding you to continue watching Capital Chaos. They support Gua and anal rape and all kinds of wonderful things.